In this video here, I'm going to detail how a TRT can actually work on the trouble tickets, process trouble tickets, and escalate or resolve trouble tickets as necessary in the LANDesk trouble ticket system. First thing you're going to do is log in with your network user IDs. If that is typically made up of your first initial, your last name, and then whatever your network password is, and then go ahead and click log on. And once you log on, you're going to be taken to one of two screens. One is the web desk screen, and one is this screen that you see right here. As a TRT, the only thing that you can do right in this particular screen right here is to report an issue, but for the most part, you're not really going to be working in this screen right here. You're going to be working in the web desk, which is up in the top right-hand corner. So you're going to go ahead and click on that, and it's going to load a new window that looks a little bit more like this. You'll notice that we have some workloads that could be assigned specifically to you, none of which are here. There's the My Teams unassigned workload. So this is an area where a trouble ticket comes in and it has not been assigned to anybody, so it pops up right there. And then there's the My Teams workload, which is all of the tickets that have come in that are not been picked up by anybody, and they're on your team's workload. So for example, your librarian assistant, or your TA would all see the exact same things, with the exception of a trouble ticket that was specifically signed to an individual user. In that particular case, it would show up right up here in the My Workload, which is assigned specifically to users. In a previous video, you saw me enter in a trouble ticket as an end user. This trouble ticket is right down here at the bottom. If I want to actually work and manage on this trouble ticket, all I have to do is simply click on the trouble ticket. It'll load a new window. And there are a couple mandatory things that we have to do before we do anything else if we decide to resolve this ticket or escalate it. Before we do that, you notice over on the left-hand side there's a history of where this ticket has been, who's worked on it, who added notes, and how to go through the routing system and all that type of stuff. This can actually be a very useful tool to finding out where a ticket came from and how it got to you or where it's been. So let's go ahead and begin on actually processing this ticket. The first thing we have to do is your end user put in a category, but that category is now missing. You, as the analyst, have to add a category and be a little bit more specific in your selection of the categories. When I look at this ticket, I see that it's an issue with Vision. And when I log into Vision, I do not see in the courses. Okay, so they need to get some rights to a specific course here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a category, and I know that the category is Vision. In this particular case, probably most of the stuff that you guys are going to do are probably going to be dealing with users or software. In this particular case, it's software. So if I click on this little down arrow right here, it loads a new window, and I have a series of other items that I can select. In this case, the trouble ticket is about Vision. So I simply select Vision, and now I hit save and close. But before I do that, you'll notice right up here, there's a limited number of actions that I can do. Once I actually select a category and I hit save and close, or let's just hit save, you'll now notice that it's been processed and there are a number of other actions that I can do now. So you have to select a category before you can do something else with your actions. So let's say, for example, you know what? This is something that I, as a TRT, because I have manager rights in Vision, I have the ability to assign the teacher as an instructor to this particular course. Before I actually just hit resolve, one of the nice things to do is to add a note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a note to this trouble ticket. I simply click on add a note, and it loads a new window. I type in some details as to what I did. And one of the things that I always like to do is click on notify assignee and notify the user. The assignee is the person whose the ticket is currently assigned to, and the new user is the end user who actually put this trouble ticket in. I'm going to hit save and close. And you'll notice that the note right here, that in history, it shows that there's been a note added by a particular user. If I want to see what that trouble ticket, that note actually is, I can simply click on this right here, and it will show me what the note is with the HTML editing and all that other junk. Or the other easier way to do it is actually to scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see a spot that says notes. If you click on notes right there, it'll give you a list of all of the notes that have been written on this trouble ticket who did the note and what date the note was actually placed on the ticket. So we've noticed that this is a trouble ticket that we can mark as resolved because we've actually fixed the issue. So all we have to do is simply click on resolve right here if we'd like to mark this ticket as being completely done. We can also add attachments, so we can add screenshots and things like that. You can assign it to yourself, or in this particular case, what we're going to do is we're going to escalate this ticket to the next level of analyst. So if I click on escalate, what it's going to do is it's going to actually escalate the ticket based upon the category that has been selected. So let me hit save right here. And it'll take a second to load. And I'm going to hit escalate. You'll notice right here, I have a category. So this trouble ticket is going to be escalated based on the category. If I click escalate, I have to do that. I hit save and close. And now you'll notice I hit save and close one more time. And now that trouble ticket is no longer in our queue. So we've escalated that trouble ticket to the next level.